And how are you guys doing today? Oh man. So, been a while since we've been to this screen. I am having some hey, it's the Reaper. How you doing, man? I had some software issues. It didn't want to launch the I sat there for almost 5 minutes, without it loading the world. So I needed to restart. It happens. How you been, man? But I don't know why, but my computer just seems really slow today compared to normal. I'm probably reading that wrong. you know. How you been, man? How you been? Oh, been good? Good, good. Uh, work was a little rough last night. The truck was 3 hours late, so I didn't get to. I got to work at 10. The truck is supposed to get there at 9. So I was at work for 2 hours before I actually got to start working. That's why I had to push stream back to 8 a.m. Yeah, I didn't want to, but it kind of became necessary. Oh, come on, Gabe. Load. I do have some food on the way. I was hungry enough to actually order before stream and have it arrive during stream. Because I went to the gas station after I got off to grab a gas station breakfast sandwich. It's normally my go-to. Nice and simple, close to home. The lot was swarming with cops. And one of the officers said, "The store is closed. Go ahead, I need you to leave." So I got there and basically got told, "F off, they're not open." I'm trying to figure out what I want to put on this we're hoping it was robbed because the other option is the employee that was there overnight overdosed. It is a known fact among the locals that the individual in question does partake, if you get my meaning. Of illicit substances, so we're kind of hoping it was them getting robbed because the other option is somebody overdosed in a gas station in the middle of the night and a potential customer or a coworker found them. Don't like that idea, do we? The idea of somebody being found dead in a gas station with nobody around. So, definitely, I mean, they can replace product and money, and they can earn more money. If an employee dies in the building, they have to pay out money. And nobody wants to know somebody died. I would very much rather hear about my favorite store being robbed, and couple $100 taken, than to find out that somebody died at the in the store that I'm going to. You know, not only because I don't want to hear about people dying. There, I hear, I've had enough family die. I don't want to hear about people, people dying more than I have to. And overdosing is a shitty way to go. Like there's so many bad things in this world. I don't want to hear about people dying. If I want to hear that, I just go watch TV for 20 minutes. Very much would rather hear anything other than, person named XYZ has died today. Yeah. Legitimately. If you want to hear about bad things, especially, related to people dying or living, watch the freaking news. It's all over it. I mean, it is good news of people dying. Wait, you were... What? What? The only time I would consider it good news is if they were individuals of, who were suffering. If it's people suffering because of old age and or illness. Oh, okay, yeah, no. That is the only exception to I don't want to hear about people being killed. Terrorists can go F themselves. Terrorists can go F themselves. If your idea of a good time is killing innocent civilians, you can just go yeet yourself into orbit. You'll do everybody a kindness by just yeeting yourself into orbit, preferably without a spacesuit. That might seem mean, but if you've done enough bad in your life that you've been, if you've done enough bad in your life that you are known internationally as a terrorist, or even just publicly, nationally as a terrorist, I care less about you than I do a pile of dog crap on the side of the road. I would rather watch that pile of dog crap harden on the side of the road than I would care about about a terrorist's state of health. That's probably the most political statement I'm going to make. Straight up. I would rather watch dog shit harden than care about a terrorist. That's my statement on that one. And we're gonna leave that there because it's already getting too political, and I don't want to do that on stream. So instead, let's figure out where we want the door. The game. Oh, dude. We finished the hangar. The hangar is mostly finished. The door closing is. What have I done here? Oh, I took my hand off the keyboard for a second and put it back on wrong. We set up a button to open and close the doors. I love it. That's the one on the inside. We are using modded hangar doors because the vanilla ones are only 3. and I wasn't about to subgrid for hangar doors. I do believe I need to set up the one from this side. Hangar door, hangar door. Oh, right. I think I locked into a group. Yep. I mean, subgridding is when you, how to describe subgridding. Subgridding is when you have, basically think of it as, nested power systems. Nested power and control systems. Think of it as nested power systems. That's the simplest explanation I can come up with off the top of my head. You know, they're mostly used in the game for things like custom machine gun, custom weapon turrets and stuff like that. That's a good example of subgridding. Technically speaking, each of these ships, when they're docked, is a subgrid of the station. They're a grid that is connected to it and receiving power and other benefits from the station. That's subgridding at its simplest, most poorly defined. But we're not going to work on the hangar today. I have been noticing that, and this has been a problem for a while, it's taking forever for our refinery to get through anything we bring in. So before we set up a higher end mining ship to bring in even more materials even faster, I want to build a better refinery system. And I want it to be indoors instead of stuck on the side of an asteroid. I want it inside the asteroid. So we've got plenty of space to work with on the inside of the asteroid for sure. So I'm trying to decide where I want the entrance to be along here somewhere. I'm thinking right in here. I think that I don't think you can. You might be able to find something modded that allows that. You would have to ask somebody with more hours in the game than I have. Because technically the asteroid is a voxel object akin to a planet. So I don't think you can. I think it's static and I can't do anything to change that. Yeah. And that's a game engine limitation, I'm pretty sure. Straight up. Just a game engine limitation, not a player limitation. No, that's a hard game engine limitation there, I'm pretty sure. I want to see if I can block off this light. Nope, shines right through it, I think. But we do need, I think, what do you think? Right here? What are you thinking? Right here? Right here, the doorway? I mean, if I have to remove this, I will. But I'll have to rebuild it because it's kind of integral to any drone work I do. I'm thinking right here. And while we're gonna have to do some neatening and definitely a widening of the hole, giggity. Our goal is to make this the entrance to our base. Yes, I did just say giggity. Sometimes I can surprise. It's usually not a good surprise, but I can surprise. Also, Reaper, it will make you laugh to know that the food I have on the way is Bojangles. Not Bojangles, Burger King. Let's find out how cold it is when it gets here, huh? I figured that would be your reaction to that, but I was, it's always entertaining. I mean, you gotta eat something, you know? Dude, I did Taco Bell for 20 years and I still eat it on the regular. Years worked there is not a factor for me, and you damn well know it. Remember this, I worked at Taco Bell when they introduced breakfast. I know exactly how nasty that shit gets. I was there when they tried to do biscuit tacos. Always a mistake, those were. I mean, honestly, they've got a breakfast burrito right now, and that and hash browns is all I got. I didn't even get anything to drink. You know, let's put it this way. It was spend $12 at Burger King or spend $25 at something, for something more, better to be delivered. Yes, we do. Yes, we do have the breakfast at the Taco Bells here. There ain't nothing quite like a breakfast quesadilla. Bacon, cheese, and jalapeno sauce on flatbread. Now you say that until the first time you're stuck on a toilet for 30 minutes because of it, you know? It has happened to me too many times. And I still eat it, so I'm 100% guilty of ignoring my own issues. You'd think after all these years that Taco Bell would not affect me that way, but there are just some times that it still hits that way. No joke. There are some days it's just, oh. Sometimes Taco Bell definitely earns the nickname War Crime City. Oh yeah, most of the time, I'm completely fine eating stuff. Eating. You know, I. But there's just some days that fast food. Some days that fast food. Well, we called us Taco Bell employees that I worked with at the time. We had a different name for Taco Bell. We called it fucking hell. You know, we knew 100% what it was about. No, no. Working in it is hell. Working in it is hell. But you know, you gonna talk shit about that place that gave you that $1.50, cheesy gordita crunch back in the day when you had no money? That's the way I look at it. Taco Bell fed me when all I had was a couple quarters in my pocket too many times. Taco Bell fed me when I just had a few quarters in my pocket way too many times for me to completely and totally diss it. That's fed my ass when I was broke too many times. You know. Dude, I did 20 years as an employee. Not even management, employee. I didn't even have the benefit of being able to boss people around. What? How? Because I was too useful for training people and too mouthy to be a manager. That's how. Too useful as an employee, but too mouthy to be, to move up. Well, that's just it. I was also working other places. I worked with my dad during that time. I worked at a marina during that time. I did a stint in a deli at a grocery store during that time. I also worked at Wendy's for a summer during that time while working Taco Bell. I 100% abused myself when it comes to where I've worked over the years. I'm not even going to deny that. I mean, I dropped out of high school and got my GED. There's not a lot of places that'll take me on. So, I'm lucky. I'm lucky now that I've been able to move up in how much I'm making. I tried several times to go and freaking get a GED. And attend community college. Every time I have attempted to attend community college, I've had a family member get cancer. Yeah. Let's be honest, Reaper. If you had had to afford rent while you were working for BK, you would not have been able to afford to work at BK. I am the same way. But yeah, no. Legitimately, every time I tried to go to college, a family member got cancer. It's it's fucked up for me to say it that way, but it's true. I Yeah, no, you can't rent alone on a minimum wage job. That is 100% true. I'm living with two other people. I'm living with two other people. You know, if I had to afford a place on my own, I I'd be staying in a hostel, or I'd be being forced to go move in with my parents again. When I was yeah, when I first started at Marine Max, it was Marine Max is a marina. Working as a dockhand at a marina, I was bringing in $300 a day in tips. I was making $300 a day in tips working as a dockhand. Oh yeah. I was also only making $9 an hour and having to be at work at 4 in the morning and then be there till 9 at night. I was able for 2 months to afford rent on a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment by myself, and then I got laid off from that job for at the end of summer. Oh yeah, the best story I have during that time at Marine Max. The best story I had during my time at Marine Max, it was 4th of July weekend. A local bar owner took his entire staff out onto his boat for the 4th of July, for 4th of July to celebrate with them. This dude, they took a bar's worth of liquor onto a boat. Went out and freaking, partied all day, came home. They gave one of the waitresses the money to give to tip us. She went and stuffed all $700 of the tip down the front of my pants and then proceeded to puke, thankfully missing me. So she goes from feeling me up while giving me money to puking on the dock in less than 30 seconds. Most money I ever made there in one day. She was so freaking drunk that she couldn't stand up. She was drunk. All of them were drunk. It literally, if there had been no one there to help them get the boat on, up against the dock so they could get off, they would have probably crashed. It was that bad. But everyone else, when they saw where the money ended up, they were like, "Nah, man, that's your tip that's all the tip you get for the day. Everything else we've gotten the rest of the day, we will split the 2 ways." And because there were 3 of us, 2 dockhands and a lift driver. I got $700 flat. They split the $1,000 we'd made prior to that between the 2. So yeah, most money I ever made in tips in one day. Also, the only job I've ever worked where tipping was part of my income. Only job I've ever worked where tipping was part of what I made. Where's... All right, so my food got pushed back. My driver decided got pushed back. My driver decided she didn't feel like driving out there and delivering food. Oh, nice. She felt like she didn't want to drive out there to deliver food. So now my delivery time has been pushed back to after 9 o'clock. All right, I am gonna be hungry, and my food is probably going to be ice cold. So I gotta decide what I want the interior, what I want the corridors to look like. I mean, it's Grubhub. It's Grubhub delivery drivers. The only thing lazier is Uber delivery drivers. Yeah, his name hasn't left dark mode. He stays on dark mode. Reaper takes the outlook of, if you can see him coming, then he's done his job wrong. I know there's got to be a corridor group, grouping here. There can't not be a corridor grouping. Oh, nice! Thank you so much for Thank you so much for subbing for so long, man. Where? It's delayed? Oh no. I am looking for the corridor. You're the closest thing I got to one. Wait, really? They don't have... What? What do you mean they don't have... They don't have freaking group blocks for the corridors. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we kind of found what we were looking for. I know we have the passages here. What? Oh, okay, so this might be what we were looking for here. Let me just get the drill back on me. Yeah. Yeah, no, delays irritate everybody. That's yeah, no, delays irritate everybody. You know? Nobody likes having delayed internet. Delayed, streaming. So what do we think? That style corridor? Really? Small steel tubes. Do we use these passages? Or do we use corridors? If I can find the opening. So which one do we go for? Passages or corridors? Corridors feel more open, but passages give me more of that sci-fi feel. I mean, I'd have to use. Oh, they. I think the only real answer is corridors. I think the only real answer is corridor here. All right. All right. Okay. I want to see where that was. Passage. It's got to be visible somewhere. There it is right there. I'm an idiot. Alright, but we need you right here. And we need... Do we go with the airlock door? Or do we do the irises? I think we'll use the irises for transfer inside, because we do want airtight on the exterior. So that means we go with brain function, please. I'm no longer asking brain function now. Well, I found the toilet. I found the toilet. Does that help? I mean, I know they're right here, but... Nice. Nice. You might actually be able to stream sometime. I overmined out here, for sure. Oh. Oh, alright. Oh, that is kind of bad then. I mean, I've got gigabit internet, so I'm definitely used to decent internet these days. Ever since I upgraded, I've rarely had to worry about it. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like when we come into our base. This is what it's going to look like when we come into the base.
Energy low.
I mean, hey, even potatoes have to be decent once in a while. You know, hash browns are a good example of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That joke was there. I had to take it. So what are we thinking? How long do we want the corridor leading into the base to be? That's funny. That's funny. A little scary, but funny at the same time. Alright, so that's what the entering the base is gonna look like. How far should we walk in? Do we want to have a long walk into the base? Or do we want to have a short walk into the base? More? Alright. Oh, and now it's worth noting, alright, Grubhub update. It's worth noting that I've got priority delivery. I've got priority delivery. 9:30 now. Priority delivery, and now it says 9:30. Yeah. Go figure. It's on. Oh, it's 100% Grubhub issue. Oh, they don't know I'm streaming. They don't know I'm streaming, thankfully. But yeah, no, they'd be like, F this guy. You know? To be fair, the BK in question is in the bad part of town. So they might be saying, F that, I don't want to get shot. It is the bad part of town, so there's a good chance they're saying, F that, I don't want to get shot. I mean, it, like I said, it's in the bad part of town. You know how my area is. Oh, right. You're not familiar with. Dude, the bad part of town for me is gangs. The bad part of town for me is gangs. It's not just druggies, it's gangs. Like, we have both the Bloods and the Crips around here. That's not even, that's not even a joke. Yeah. Yeah, no, thank God you don't deal with gangs. You just gotta deal with rednecks who think that supercharging their boat, their boat is going to, and then driving it on the highway is a good idea. Thankfully, not as many druggies as you would be if you were living where you used to. Yeah, around here we both know the rednecks are just a pile of assholes. Not even funny ones, just assholes. What are we thinking? Turn the corner here? Unfortunately, we've got the southern redneck here, where I am, and you know it. A rare and dangerous, a formerly rare and dangerous breed. Yeah. Hey, look, I finally got a driver for my order. My order's finally got a driver. The only thing I'm going to say remotely positive about it still says 9:30. But the only remotely positive thing I will say about the local rednecks is once you befriend them, they stay your friend. That's the positive of the rednecks around here. Once you're their friend, they stay your friend. They're not fair weather. They are definitely ride or die. Yeah. Oh yeah. To be fair, you're in a little bit of a pickle yourself. The fact that you're now a cop means you might have some asking, is this illegal if I do this? If I do this, am I going to get arrested? You have a few of those happening sometimes, don't you? All right. I think we build it so we come around the corner and there's a T intersection. One way will be to the refinery and the other will be off to the rest of the base. We want I think I'm going to put the refinery near the beginning of the base. And it's also time to recharge. I'm legitimately interested to see what time my food gets here. I'm legitimately interested to see what time my food makes it here. And if I had a thermometer, I would be testing the temperature of the food. I am going to be testing how well they sealed the bag for sure. Oh, ordered my next GamerSup flavor. Technically, it's completely legal as long as the motor the motor giving you propulsion is not the car motor. Technically, that would be legal as long as the motor propelling you was not the car motor. You know, because then your propulsion can't be compromised by easily. I think it would technically be legal, but the game wardens would call you a fucking bastard for doing it. Like, technically it's legal, but you're stupid for doing it, and the game wardens are gonna be up your ass about it. Alright, I came out here for interior plate, that's right. I mean, yeah, no, that was the inevitable result, was his car getting, ending up in the water, but technically legal, just not smart. Yeah, oh yeah. The cops, they don't have a problem with it. It's the rangers that, the park rangers and the game wardens that are going to be the ones to give you shit. Those are the ones that are going to be the problem. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, no, it's the wardens and the rangers that are going to be the ones to give him shit. Cops, they only care if they're forced to come because because you're being a disturbance. They don't care if you're living your life. They care if you're being a disturbance or you're doing drugs. One of the two. That's usually something they care about too. Yeah. As long as you don't make my job difficult, I don't have a problem what you do, Jimmy. That's pretty much how you feel about it, isn't it? As long as you don't make my job hard, I ain't got a problem with what you do, Jimmy. That pretty much sums it up, don't it? I wonder how much further I can go before I hit my power room. I don't want to hit my power room, but I wonder how much further I got. Oh, that's what's happening there. And that's why I have the lighting, because it helps me orient. We got to mine out a big area for 4 refineries and conveyors today. We'll work on storage tomorrow. Or I'll work on storage off stream, one of the two. Where is my corridor? Because we both know I'm not going to be able to sleep after eating, anytime soon after today. After eating Burger King and drinking all that. The hilarious thing, Reaper, the bad area of town I'm talking about, you want to know where it is? You want to know where the bad part of town I'm talking about is? The hospital. Literally a 2-minute drive from the hospital. Yeah. It's in the old part of town. I know that sounds effed up to put it that way. It's in the old part of town where all the old apartment complexes are, and I hate to put it this way, where all the project style housing is. The hospital is less than 10 minutes away from the worst, it is 10 minutes away without traffic concerns from the worst places in, the oldest housing projects in the entire city. They used to be cheap. Now they're the same price as everything else, but it's that area of town. I understand why it's there, mostly because it's old property, but definitely ain't nice property anymore. The hospital is the nicest property in that entire area. Bro, you already know which town I'm in. It is not a nice area. It is a generally nice area to live. Downtown, however, is not the kind of area you wander around in. You know this. It is the South. My cam's blurry. That fix it? I can't see it at the moment because my there we go. Kind of funny that I've figured out that all I need to do is snap my fingers at it and it works, huh? Hmm. Reapers have enough. Legitimately though, good internet is such a nice thing. It is so nice when your internet actually wants to be consistent. The whole reason I actually upgraded mine was because I needed more consistent internet. I will work out the greeblies around the edge of that. I just need to get that sealed up. Oh man, you know, I 100% feel that. That is a mood, bruh. That is a mood. I love you, fast internet. Where have you been? I go over to my parents' house. Go over to my parents' house for like dinner or something. I come home and the speed difference between their internet and mine is like so wild. They pay for the base package. I pay for the upgraded package. I pay for the upgraded package because I stream. You know, because I need the better upload speed. I need, you know, like I don't want a kid, but like my download is near gigabyte. You know, my upload is like 300 megs. I can do, you know. No, yeah, no, I do. Okay, someday I might want a kid, but at the moment, it is not in my priorities. It is not in my priorities right now. All right. So now the question is, do we go with interior walls here? Do we go with the interior wall block here, or do we keep using the armor block? Yeah. No, that's 100% it. You know, if I want anything, I know, you know, I consult my wallet before I buy almost anything. About the only thing I'm bad about not consulting my wallet about is food. I dead ass 100% will say yes, sirree. I will buy that taco. I will buy that burger. Oh no, the question here is also, why isn't it? Do we build the interior with this interior wall block? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, 100%. Do we use this interior wall block for the walls of the refinery room? Or do we use that block? Or do we use this? I think this is the one, the side that would be out. One of those sides. Still this one? Still this one. Can I at least use interior blocks for the floor? Because that looks so much better for the floor. That looks so much better for a floor. Or do I want that for the floor? That looks more industrial for a floor, doesn't it? And I think that's a really passive... Yeah, well, for one thing, that's got diamond plate pattern on it. But, these also have passive lights, so, so it'll actually help light the area up. So it'll be
low.
Whoop, that's the wrong one. Nice. Nice, congratulations. Are you guys already pre-stocky on diapers? You guys pre-stocky on diapers? Yeah, just like a case every, an extra case in the in the closet once a week. Problem is, you don't want to buy too many. What if your kid grows out of the size 1s and 2s too fast, All right. So there's no other lighting in here yet, but that's what the floor will look like if the lights are off. So I'll be able to at least use that to tell where the floor is if the power goes out. So I think that's actually a pretty good idea, that right there. What? Everything we've built so far up here? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So this is the beginning of the orange shipyards. It started out with just a little this little platform right here, basically welded to the side of it. Hey, how you doing, Kanan? Basically welded to the side of a, asteroid, with just this little bit on it. Then I dropped this down lower, built this platform here for docking ships. Had a couple, honestly, I'm doing all right, but it kind of feels like the disappearing of my limbs is progressing. I'll keep an eye on it, but don't know how much longer I'm gonna have arms. Might just be down to head and hands soon enough. It's a thing. Yeah, I am. Let's see what my food time is now when it'll show up. It should get here by 9:29. It is 9:12 now. Nice. So we've got, this is where I've been docking ships up to now. Got a little bit of oh, Reaper, you weren't here yesterday. Say hello to Angry Potato. This is our Angie Potato. This is our Angie Potato. He's a drone we built. And he's armed with a pair of Gatling cannons. And he's basically an angry potato. Like, legitimately, he's shaped like a potato. We had some issues with his, pathing, so I'm leaving a saddle cockpit on him. So if it messes up again, I could just get back on him and fix it. But yeah, this is our Angie Potato. We do have a couple turrets defending the base, one over here and one up here. But minimalist on the defenses so far. And this is our hangar that we'll be using to build ships in the future. We have a glorious opening for it. And it will eventually be air pressurized, even if it will be 0G. And it will be connected up to the rest of the base. We'll have an airlock right here to get in and get into the rest of the base. Yes, those doors are a mod, although there are vanilla hangar doors. They're just 3 tall. They're not 10 tall like these are. Yeah, those doors are not vanilla. This door is not vanilla. These rotary doors, they're not vanilla. But honestly, those are the only there is one more non-vanilla block, but it doesn't like to be visible. It's right here. But it's stupid. It doesn't like to be visible. I mean, let's put it this way, it was use this mod for these doors, or have a mess of a subgrid for the doors, and I wasn't looking to subgrid these doors. Pistons just are too much trouble for a door. This was simpler, and they're based on the vanilla ones, just with longer extension distance. That's legitimately all it is the vanilla hangar doors with longer extension distance. But yeah, this is the ship I first came to space in. I later on added the mining equipment to it, but it's essentially a hydrogen tank with a bunch of rockets, with a bunch of rocket engines on it that we yeeted ourselves into orbit with. This is the KSS Unicorn. It is a thing. It has a spinally mounted railgun that earned it the nickname Unicorn. Ooh, sounds like my food is almost here. All right, mister, I play Skyrim with 300 mods. To be fair, that's the only way Skyrim is playable for a lot of people. Yeah, no. The KSS Unicorn has its name for a reason. After how many runs modded? After how many runs modded? Yeah, no, legitimately. Skyrim is one of those games, honestly, most Bethesda games are beat it the first time unmodded and then get mods. That's Bethesda games in a nutshell. Beat it the first time unmodded, then get mods. Alright, I'll be right back. It looks like my food's arriving. Back. Okay, so the bag isn't completely cold. The bag isn't completely cold, and they stapled it shut. It's stapled shut. Alright, no problem, man. It is stapled shut. Not even like one or two staples. Like, they used a good dozen staples. They went ham on it. They're not cold. They're not cold, miraculously. Clearly the bag got flipped over at some point because everything spilled out, but it's not cold. Yeah, we got food. All right. That's exactly what I needed to feel good. 5-hour stream it is. Kidding. Where am I? Who knows? Who knows? It's definitely not going to be a 3-hour stream, though. They're not hot. They're not hot. They're not hot and fresh tasting. You know, they're not 2 minutes out of the fryer hot, but they aren't room temperature. They're above room temperature, which I know that's a low I know that's a low bar, but it's there. Wait, are you telling me I don't have any steel plate ready? Okay. Guess what we're doing? Yeah, BK really don't care. BK does not give a hoot. BK cares you got your order, not that it's right or that it's hot. All right. Let's build a little bit more of this floor here. I got a lot of digging to do to make enough room for this refinery. Minimum 4 refineries, probably 6. I want a dedicated stone refinery, a dedicated iron refinery, a dedicated cobalt one, and then the 4th one will be for everything else, because the other stuff's in small enough amounts that it's less concerning. Just the usual band reason. Free views at XXX. Just the usual, you know. That was the first one in a few days, actually. Honestly, yeah, people are bored. It's, you know, band reasons are boring most of the time. All right, you know what? Something I forgot to do. I forgot to look how big the refinery is. We got one out here, so let's take a look at it. So we're basically looking at a 2x3 minimum with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 height, 6 height. Yeah, pretty much. You have anything to drink? Big old thing of water. I learned my lesson. Don't get sodas at fast food. All right. That was about half. That was more than half of what was in there. Oh wow, I ain't felt that bloated from water in a while. That was easily like 20-25 ounces. Thank you for the resub, bruh. Ooh, it's been a while since I did that hard. Now, since I first introduced the chug. It's a little weird it came so late. I figured you would do that at the start of the stream.
Energy low.
Me? Yeah, I'll be okay. It's just been a while since I did that. Since I went for the full gallon. Normally, you know, when I used to do the chug on the regular, it was a 20 or 16 ounce bottle. I can't gauge 20 ounces in that. That's a 1 gallon container if it's full. I'll be all right. I just need to get some solids in my stomach, you know? If I did not surprise and delight, would I really be doing my job? You know? All right, let's get this mined out some so we can figure out how tall we need this room to be. I need to get my height range located so we'll be able to do this consistently and keep the room airtight. My big concern is making sure the room stays airtight. True. Alright, so we're currently sitting at 2 high. I need 7, I believe. 3, 4. And of course, I'm on a steel plate already. Let's go get more steel plate. It should be done building by now. I'm definitely I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of work off stream for the interior of this base, mostly in the pathing. So that's 4 high. Five, 6. There's 7 and 8. That gives me an interior of 7 and a roof. I am disappointed in how many of the hash brown bites fell out. Quite a few. But I got the bad thing. I got a Burger King burrito. Father, forgive me, for I have sinned. All right, so we've got the height. If we're talking about get on the floor here, talking 3 deep along the wall, so we're gonna need a minimum 7 wide, unless we want to go for a 2 wide walkway. What do you think? 2 wide walkway? Or we go 1 wide walkway? For 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 1 wide, so this needs to be 8. Yeah, oh, dude, hydro tanks are the worst to build. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven and 8. It ain't pretty, but that we've now defined the height and width of the room. Now we just have to figure out how long we need it to be. They're 2 blocks wide. minimum 4 with a space between them. That's important. We need a space between them so they don't connect up. 2 down each side. And we need a 1 wide walkway here. So we're looking at 2, 3. We'll just make it 10. Just to give us a little extra room to work with. That's 1, 2, 3. Or 5, 6. And I went the wrong way. Whew. Sun's on our side of the asteroid today. Nice. All right. So this was 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10. That gives me a height, length, and width to work from for mining out. And I'm not worried about saving any of this stone. If I mine, it's going to be with a miner, so... No worrying about inventory filling up because I am using the mass removal. This is gonna be a big mine. I could have brought. I could have set up a piston mining rig to push through this, you know, and clear out a bit for me, but that just it'd be build it, reposition it, build it, reposition it, build it, reposition it. It's easier to just do it by hand. Spending 5 minutes of building for 1.5 minutes of mining, I could just do 6 minutes of mining. Like, which makes more sense? Oh no, I'm hiccuping. What? All right.
Energy low.
All right. We're closing in on the the length and the width. Let's go recharge our batteries. And we'll oh right, I'm out of steel. Alright. That defines my floor. That defines the bounds of the floor of the room. So that's step one. Not like it's going to be a massive room. It's going to be definitely as tall, tall as it is wide. I apologize if I'm not talking the most today, at least now. I am feeling a little full after eating, so, you know, I'm feeling kind of quiet on that front. And I'm, kind of focusing on mining. Care if rock sticks into the wall. I just care if it sticks through the wall. More rock that sticks into the wall but not through it, the better, honestly. All right. Time for another recharge. Guys, one thing I would like to see them add to vanilla is I would like to see them add chargeable batteries you can carry on you. That's one thing I would like to see them add to vanilla. You know, some chargeable batteries you can carry on you. You know, I know with how easy it is to build just a plain seat, it's not that bad, but it would be nice to see. Just for the situations where building something isn't an option. Yeah, I would like to see some power packs, you know, in vanilla for us to wear, you know, for us to carry. You know, to replenish energy, just like the oxygen and hydrogen tank do. It would be nice. So I gotta ask, Kanan, are you a fan of retro gaming? And like, do you ever be like, man, I remember this game, I'd love to play it again, but I beat it so many times that, you know, I think I'd be bored if I played it again? You ever have those moments? Or you'd love to play the games of your childhood again, but you know, you've beaten them, so it's like, okay, I've done this. Because I do like, one of the other things I do like is randomizers for old RPGs and stuff like that. You know what? That's enough of a dingleberry that I want to leave it just because I can. I have actually been watching the Final Fantasy IV free Enterprise tournament that's been going on in my free time. I wish I was good enough at the game I could justify trying to get into it. But hold on. Somebody just messaged me. Let me check that. Just my mother sending me random things. All right. We're slowly building up the shape that we want. We're almost there. Morning, Coffee. How you doing? I have heard of the Sneaky Sounds mod. You are not. I have heard of that mod. Is it really that bad for you guys? Okay, yeah. All right. I'll probably add it after stream. Adding it right now would mean I'd have to unload the world and reload it. And that's just a pain in the butt. But we're working on our refinery room. And we're going to go with a 4 refinery design. I do already. I'm completely in the yellow when I talk, and it peaks up into the red, only when I scream. I'm already dialed in on that. It's just the game is just that damn loud. Let me see what I can do. That should be a little better. Let me go recharge and we'll find out if that's better. But we've also got music playing. We've also got music playing all the time, and it is in the upper mid greens on my audio mixer, because fair enough. So it's all kind of tinny anyway. They're not bad, but they're not great. All right. See, that's exactly why I haven't upgraded from yeah, there really should be power packs in the game. You're not definitely. I was talking to let's see. Under production, equipment, canvas, oxygen bottle, hydrogen bottle. These are fireworks. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about there. I do believe you are correct. There are some, but they're loot only. Which makes them the epitome of useless. Yeah, makes them the epitome of useless, because something you can only get by chance makes it useless for general play. Especially when there's not an active, thriving, encounter system in the vanilla game. Things don't spawn aggressively, so in vanilla. So relying on vanilla encounters for stuff like that would be rough. Your stone pick works great. Too bad it only works with gravity. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about, yeah, they are kinda. Yeah, seriously, Kaden, post some pictures on the Discord. There are a few of us who are interested in that kind of thing. Yeah, no, 100%. That is exactly why they're a little cheating. But think about how long that would take. Think about how long it would take to jetpack between planets. It is the great equalizer, but it's also, anyone who is willing to take on that challenge probably deserves the. Yeah, if we're talking pure vanilla, it is such an infeasible length of time. It's just not worth thinking about. I mean, that's a get moving, unset, turn off your dampeners, and walk away from the computer. Come back every 20 minutes. The movie. I think I might have seen some of it. Oh no, not the TV series. No, I don't. Okay. I see what you did there, Keenan. It's just somewhere for his ships to dump the stone instead of into his main inventory. That's what it is. That's actually more useful than you think. Especially Coffee. He's a rover player, you know. Coffee is definitely a rover type player. He prefers it. We're almost done digging out this room. Yeah, I can understand the simplicity in that. It's gloriously simple. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. I could not do that. I could not do that without a speed mod. I could absolutely not do that without a speed mod. And if I was going to do that, even without a speed mod, I would want to set up, well, I mean, to be fair, gravity drives can exceed 100 meters a second. It just kind of maxes out the gauge and doesn't indicate. Yeah. No, you'd be living on the knife edge doing that. You would have to run a speed mod, and you would be living on the knife edge the whole time. 100%. If I was going to do that, I do have Amazon Prime. In fact, I use it fairly regularly. But I generally don't watch much TV because, well, when I'm awake, I'm either streaming or working or doing stuff related to one of the two. But if it's on Amazon Prime, I think my dad's probably watched it at some point. I'll ask him if he's seen it, and if he hasn't, we might check it out the next time I go over there.
Energy low.
Hey, look, it's my favorite kind of individual. Kind I get to ban. I'm sorry, Oliver. If you're an actual person instead of a bot, you can always submit a unban request. But if you come in, the only thing you say is an ad. Yeah, I have seen a couple mods labeled Expanse. Didn't really get why they were labeled that, but you telling me there's a TV show for it? I ain't called that. I can see that. I could see that. That might be fun to do sometime. You know, check out some of them on a world. That beacon is so damn bright. I'm gonna have to move it too. That is way too out in the open for something, you know, for a long game. But right now, there's one achievement that I will consider that I have to get before I consider this world done enough to move on to another one on stream. I need to find the monolith. I need to find the monolith if I'm going to consider moving on to another world. I know there's a chance it didn't even spawn in this world. You know, if I can't find it, I'll move on, but I at least want to get to Mars and look for the monolith. I know I could start building a ship with a jump drive right now. Yep. I've been banning them as soon as they show up. You know, no reason not to, you know? That's the first one today, but we had a day last week where we had like 2 or 3 of them. You know? We're getting closer to being able to connect up that last corner. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Normally when I ban them, it's literally just clicking out of the game, banning real fast and jumping back in game. So I don't normally take the time to report them. You know, so there is that. You know, I'm playing the game on stream usually when that happens, so I'm not really looking to take the time to run a report. Thank you. It is definitely a help. Unfortunately, if I try to ban their most common phrases on something like Nightbot, they just it ends up affecting regular viewers, so I can't really block every phrase I commonly see. Not to mention Nightbot is a pain in my ass. More often than not, Nightbot gives me headaches than help. I will say I am a little disappointed the Halo live action show got canceled. I will say that. It wasn't great, but it was Halo content that wasn't a game, and honestly there's a lot of people in the fan base that had been looking forward to something like that. To see it go away so quickly. The game Halo, Halo. Yeah, yuck it up. To be fair, it has some really nice ship designs. Okay, I won't call them nice. I will call them simple designs. They're nice and big, so you feel like you can use them. I wasn't really a first-person shooter player, still not. Miss me with that Fortnite bullshit. You'll never catch me on Fortnite or any other first-person shooter. But I played Halo. Very fond memories of LAN parties back on the. I remember getting into massive LAN parties with friends in the original Halo. That is legitimately one of the things I miss. Yeah, that is one of the things I miss from the early days of online game of the modern, what you can call the modern age of gaming. Yeah, LAN parties, meeting people, hanging out with people, IRL. God, when you put it that way, we sound kind of depressed about it. LAN parties were the best. I remember one where we had so many people playing, we actually set up TVs and consoles on the porch. We had so many people playing, we were even out on the porch. Wonder what happened to that mass router we were using. Wonder what happened to that router. I don't even know what happened to that router. It was a big one. Oh, right. I recharged, but I forgot to grab steel. Right. Where is the door? I can't wait to go to all the trouble to clean up my inventory. I need to clean up where everything's sorted. It is going to be a godsend once we get the the storage room built. once we get the storage room built, after we build the refinery room and the assembler room, then we add in the storage room. Once we have all three of those, I will be adding Icy's inventory management mod script, because God, it makes things so much easier. It is like, I can legitimately say I think Icy's was the very first thing on the Steam Workshop I ever subscribed to. Oh, Coffee, somebody posited a interesting question to me earlier. Is it possible to strap engines to an asteroid and fly it? I said I didn't think so, at least not without mods of, some heavy-duty mods. That would be pretty wild, though, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's a voxel. Yeah, I kind of said, I don't think you can because they are voxels. That would be pretty wild, though, wouldn't it? Imagine crashing an asteroid into a planet to take out an enemy base. Fuck you and that planet you're on. I think I'm almost done mining out this room. Holy cow. God, we have been mining on this for 2.5 hours now. I wonder how big a ship with how many warheads loaded onto the front of it you would need to make a significant dent on a planet. I mean, I know we could go into creative mode and figure it out, but where's the fun in that? Creative mode in games is only fun when there's things you can only. Creative's only fun in games if it's got something that you can only do in creative. Like, Yeah, the warheads are technically what I'd need for that. Yeah, baby. Hey, Derpy, how you doing? It's been a while. Long while. Holy cow. But we're... Yeah, I'd say about the only thing I'd want to do, the only reason I would use creative is for planning out builds for a multiplayer server. For playing in multiplayer.
Energy low.
Other than that, there's no reason to play in creative, And even then, it'd only be if I was playing on like a warfare server, an active war server where I need to. Nice. That's the only reason I'd be using creative, is if I was going to be diving into like a PvP server, and I need to have builds ready to go. For my group. Otherwise, it's just kind of boring to being creative. If we're talking about a server where you're diving straight into combat, PvE or a PvE server. Those are the only reasons to use, to go into creative and design something, is when you're gonna have to get in and build a combat capable ship fast. So you need a blueprint, to work by. You don't have time to you don't have time to plan out and design a ship before you're going to get capped. And I hate myself for saying that word, but I did. Just live with it. Oh, right, I need more steel. Right. I'm choosing to use interior plates for interior walls for the floor, because they do have that small glowing element to them. And I do mean glowing element. That'll at least let me know where the floor is if the power ever goes out on the base. That'll let me know where the floor is, so I can reorient myself and find the entrance. Actually a good reason to have some of those every once in a while, because it does help you find the floor. It does help you find the floor and stuff like that. Lots of building today, though. Well, a lot of mining today. We just mined out an entire room, and now we're building it, building the walls. Yeah. The way I always look at it is, when I see PvE, I think player versus everything. I know it's used specifically to talk about NPCs most of the time, but it always comes across as player versus everything to me. Yeah. I mean, the more letters you add to it, the less of a shorthand it becomes, and more of an acronym. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I mean, PvE is only used for player versus AI, or technically it can also be used as, since we kind of consider NPCs to be part of the background, they're part of the world, it can also be thought of as player versus environment. I know we use it specifically for player versus AI, but it can be thought of that way too. I am gonna have to manufacture up some more steel. Went too far. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. No. No. I get your feeling there. The fact that you're making progress on it is nice. Not yet, but that's also because I don't have my my base's general layout finalized. I'm still, this room right here is going to be my refinery room. It's going to be a 4 refinery system. I want to get my layout. I want to get my get everything built before I get Izzy's running. You know, it's easier for it to just find everything in the first place than to go through the trouble of adding things. Already bad enough when you add a ship. And this is going to be a big shipyard. What I've been building, when it's done, it's going to be essentially an asteroid turned into a shipyard. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say this asteroid's gonna be a freaking... lens flare. There's a lot of space on this asteroid, and I'm gonna build a bunch of dry docks with ship and build ships in them. All sorts of little hidey holes that I could... I might turn this spot right here, that hole right there, that would be... Yeah, with that, I know there are definitely asteroids bigger I could do it. I want to that hole right there specifically. I want to turn that into a drone missile silo. How does that sound? A drone missile silo there. Just like half a dozen drone missiles in there. I'm working on getting the next few streams are going to be me getting the refinery, the assembler array, and the storage up and running. But right now, I'm off tonight, so I'm probably gonna spend most of the night mining out corridors and laying conveyor around, because currently, well, currently that's the extent of my conveyor network. You know, that's the extent of my conveyor network currently. This right here registers as a separate network, but it's going to be joined into the main network. All right, you're going to go into your text. You're going to /bi space conveyor viz. One word. I could do this. Yes, you can also do /bicn, but let me. That's what I've been using. Yeah. Yeah, I read the /bicn, but the text in the in-game Steam Workshop mod the paragraph is such small text that I couldn't. How you doing, Yuki? Been a while since anybody shot at me. It's been explosions lately. We're currently building the room that is going to house all of our refineries. Glad they don't require gas. Hey, thank you for the sub. Oh, Kanan, don't forget to thank Yuki for that gifted sub. Thank you, Yuki, for gifting a sub. Always nice to have new subscribers. Thank you for that. So what's been up with you, Yuki? Work kicking butt? I know work was kicking mine earlier. Also, apparently my alert for that is broken on stream. Now I'm gonna have to look into it. Dang it, another thing to do after stream. Thank you for letting me know my alerts are broken. I'm actually a little upset about that. They weren't very good alerts, but they were broken. But they were, alerts. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, works just. If I could go without having to go to work every day, I would. Work sucks. Now I've got a Blink-182 song stuck in my head. Oh, God. Now I've got a Blink-182 song stuck in my head. So what I'm hearing is we need to build something the size of an asteroid. Is this a challenge? Is this a challenge, Dirg? Ooh. Yeah. Is this a challenge, Dirg, or is this something you did? It sounds like a challenge. All right. Real quick, I am gonna copy paste that message into a text file so I can reference that later. Just for reference, at the moment, I cannot see what chat is saying. So, alright, so I'm gonna say, not only do I have to build that ship, I need to build a berth for it. Not only do I need to build that ship, I need to build a berth for it to sit in. Yeah. Disabilities suck. I am every day I am glad I am physically able to work, although I do dislike work. I fear for the day I can't make a living. Which actually kind of makes me want to learn programming, because then if I ever lose use of my legs. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I know the freaking the government system for determining whether you qualify for disability or not is stupid as shit. It's 100% one of the biggest failings of our government system on disability, and it's legitimately, okay, I'm getting political here, but it's legitimately because there's no profit in disability. That is 100% why they do that to you, to people. I am sorry you've had to experience it. I pray that you don't have to deal with it too often, because so much of our medical system is full on privatized. Companies, if they don't see a profit in it, they just won't give out a hand. Yeah, shit happens. And I'm stopping right there. I'm stopping right there. I do not want to rant on politics of any kind because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to play a game and have fun with you guys. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that post. Holy cow! You're the caretaker for disabled individuals, and you're. That makes me frustrated for you, Kanan. That they are messing with your money like that. All right. So Derpy has now given us a goal for this world past. Derpy has now given us a goal for this world past launching. Derpy has given us a goal for this world past just finding the freaking monolith. So we have two goals. Build that effing ship and a berth that can handle it.
Get some help.
Thank you, Kyla. Build that ship and a berth big enough to handle it, as well as find the monolith. Those are our now two goals for this world. For this star system. Build a ship that meets those requirements and find the monolith. I mean, all I can say is keep filing. Legitimately, keep filing. If you get rejected a second or third time, ask for a different person doing the work. Sometimes it will legitimately just be somebody who is being petty and childish. There are assholes like that in the system. Ooh, yeah. If you've been working with the same person to file, ask for another person. Because clearly the person you've been working with does not. It has to be heavy armor plate, and it's not allowed to be square. Define square. Does this mean I need to slope the entire ship? This means I need to slope the entire ship. Because it would be really easy to just build a damn Borg cube to fulfill those requirements. It would be really easy to build a Borg cube to meet those requirements. All right, Dirk, compile all the requirements into one message, post it, and so that I can copy and paste it all in one go. First step is going to be to get our base online. get our base online, get a mining rig set up, a mining ship and a mothership, and I might need to consider getting somebody into the world with me at some point. Yeah, asteroid eaters are not that hard. It really... Honestly, asteroid eaters aren't that hard. It's just a big array of drills. It's more powering it and keeping it stable is the problem there. Storage isn't even that hard. Just keep slapping down large storage containers until it works. All right. Let me just all right, and I've got that copy and pasted into a document. Yep. I will share that to the Discord for anyone else who would like to take on that challenge. Do we have any requirements for DLC? Are there any DLC requirements? Are we making any DLC requirements on this? Like, have to use at least one block from every DLC? Anything like that? Because that could be an interesting additional CBT to it. CBT is right. That would absolutely. I have to add modular encounters and assertive acquisitions. Ooh. Oh, I didn't notice. Power. Ooh, we might have to start a new world for that one. Because I am not sure how well that will go, adding those in on a world that already has over 200 in-game days. Yeah. Now, it sounds like I am going to need an extra pair of hands with this one. That sounds like the kind of thing that I'm going to need an extra pair of hands on. Yeah, I'm gonna need an extra pair of hands to help with that one, with this one, definitely. You think minimum 3 people total? Yeah, I could see that. Because there's only so much that we can automate. So what it sounds like is I'm going to need to get a server up and running. Yeah, sounds like I'm signing up for some CBT. So whoever I take this on with, they're going to need to be comfortable with aggressive gameplay. I can host, but getting a server online means it'd be playable even when I'm not available. So people could keep working on the ship or harvesting even when I'm not around. So what I'm hearing is Yuki's title on the Discord needs to be the generous one. All right. Sounds like Yuki's about to get the generous one roll on the Discord. Hey, nice. A bell awesome. Kanan, so right over here on screen should be a little pop-out tab that will let you change your avatar on screen. There's a bunch of Pokemon that you can only get via loot box from battles, but there are also a few that are free and openly available. Mostly new ones that I haven't gotten the chance to do yet. And you just have to follow to access those. You don't have to be subscribed to access those. You just got to be following. So that's open to anyone in chat who's following. If you talk in chat and get into one of those free-for-alls, you could win an avatar, or and walk around on the bottom of the screen as we play. Stream avatars is such a fun little thing. Oh, I don't. Starting on the moon. Really, you don't like stream avatars? It is fun. It is fun. I would like to. Yes, you will receive the generous one roll. Let me do that real quick. Server settings. And we will have that roll display separately. Let me see here. I am a little irritated that I'm having to All right, we'll call it there. Manage members. Let me just find you in here. Is that you? Gotta find you in here. Where are you, Yuki? Problem is, I'm in streamer mode right now, so everyone's name is yep, there you are. I will add the generous one to you. There you go, Yuki. On the Discord, you now have the generous one. Starting on the mood is hard but easy. What? Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Getting it off the ground is a little tough. Yeah. So I think step one is, like you say, going to be get the shell into orbit and then work from there. I mean, that's all the water I got left for the stream. I already got chugged. I already got hit with a chug earlier on. And there's only one of those per stream. Yeah, Reaper hit me with one pretty much right at the get-go. Yeah. Yeah, we do have a chug emote for whenever somebody makes me drink water. Forces me to drink. Used to happen a lot more. Yeah, yeah, you said it needed to have enough firepower to take out an asteroid. Which, to be fair, the amount of missiles would do that, most likely. Because explosion damage is the only thing that can really damage voxels, so the missile would be pretty much a requirement for that. Now, if you're talking about ship, yeah. If you're talking about ship to ship, yeah, something that big, I'd be able to build a point-to-point point defense railgun turrets with with supplementary assault cannons. I want y'all to think about that statement in relation to Space Engineers. Point defense railgun. Not as the capital weapon. Point defense. You know, as in something that that is used to defend the ship from all angles. Being railguns. That would be awesome. Yeah. The problem with there are two things that can damage voxels: the drills and explosions. Those are the two things that can damage voxels. I mean, if we're bringing those the encounters mod, you know what? Let me go get into a ship, and I will be back in just a minute. A bathroom trip seems to be appropriate at the moment. We will talk about more about it in just a minute. Honestly, the thinking about the challenge, now that I'm back, one of the biggest issues with the challenge, with completing the challenge, is one item. One item in particular poses the biggest problem to the challenge build-wise and material-wise. And that, if I have any in here, I don't, is the metal grid. The metal grid poses the biggest challenge to this entire build, to this entire challenge build, because it requires cobalt, and you cannot obtain cobalt from stone, meaning whatever asteroid eater you make to mine for you needs to prioritize asteroids with cobalt over everything else, because it is the one core resource that you can't get from stone. You can get nickel, you can get silicon, you can get iron. You can't get cobalt from stone, meaning you are not only is whatever miner you use on planet going to have to prioritize finding cobalt to send up to orbit. Any asteroid eater you built needs to prioritize cobalt asteroids over everything else. gold's more common than cobalt most of the time. Down on planet, I've got 3 freaking, down on planet, I've got 3 freaking spots I found gold. I only found 1 cobalt. Hey, Gamer Empire, how you doing? We're discussing a challenge build. We're discussing a challenge build where involving modular encounters and assertive acquisitions. We're talking about needing minimum 3 people to make it possible. Yeah, it does sound fun. It actually does sound fun. Don't take my my being a slight negative Nancy about things out of proportion. It does sound fun. I want to do it. And the fact that we're talking about designing and building a 900 to 1200 foot meter warship from scratch in survival. Yeah, it's a massive carrier. I think he said 9 minimum ships, not to mention something like 56 missile drones. Now, something like that. Just an absolute unit of a ship. I would be down. I will look into today. I will look into how much it would cost to get a 96 missile drones and 6 fighters. Do those have to be drone fighters or do they have to be manable? Two have to be manable. All right, so that one person can pilot the ship, and the other two players can go out and dogfight. Gotcha. Only 2 are manable, but 4 of them total can be remote controlled from base or from the carrier. I think that's the way to go for that. We're talking this thing needs so much firepower, we consider using railgun turrets as point defense. Think about that. Point defense railgun turrets with assault cannon support. The question isn't if we're going to commit war crimes in the game, it's how many war crimes we're going to commit in the game. And I've got the text file right here where he where he listed it all out. Let me pull it up. It's a challenge, and it's going to be up by the ship is about 900 to 1200 meters long, minimum 900. More firepower than a Planet Eater ship, and survive it. Heavy armor plate only for building blocks. We can't use any light armor for structural. It has to be all heavy armor plate or other blocks. Not allowed to be a square ship, and at least 75% of it has to have slope blocks on the outside. I mean, hence the railguns. 6 fighters, 96 missiles, minimum 8 reactors, 4 refineries, 2 assemblers, 16 hydrogen tanks, 32 jumper drives, and just go ballistic on the weapons. I mean, ICES is a given. For inventory management, it need it for that big. I'm gonna say we go for 8 assemblers. I'm gonna say we go for 8 assemblers so that we can have a dedicated one for each kind of ammunition for the guns. I would actually, right before I had to head to the bathroom, I was going to discuss that. I think, yeah, same here. I know the only thing I know about scripting is how to take ones off the workshop and put them in the game in a programmable block. That's all I know about scripting. No stealth and no shields. Alright, so what I'm hearing is we also need weapon core on there. I'm hearing we also need weapon core. Weapon core, at least one reactor mod. Probably an enhanced battery mod. I think an enhanced battery mod would praise. Really, weapon core. Oh, all right. We'll look into a different weapon mod. But I think a weapon mod is going to be a necessity too, because vanilla railguns just can't pump out enough power, in my opinion. Yeah, we are going to need a whole Discord. All right. Derg, are you on my Discord? Are you on my Discord, Derg? You could join it. All right, yeah. Let me throw up the link on on chat. There we go. There is 2 Space Engineers channels currently. Down towards the bottom of the list. I am going to throw on a third one specifically for the challenge info. And just go ham on listing off the challenge, off everything on there. A forum channel. Yeah, I forgot those are a thing now. I forgot those are a thing. Let me edit the channel real quick then. Specifically delete the channel and rebuild it. All right. The channel's name will be Channel Discussions. I will do more in the future, but first title. The first post is mine, of course. We're going to call it the Big Challenge because that just seems appropriate. So feel free to go ham on talking about it in that channel. We will be looking into running a server for that. And anytime we decide to set up and run a challenge in the future, that is also the forum channel. We'll set up the info for that. But yeah, I am down for a challenge, for the challenge. If we can get more than 3 people interested in it, we might do it a 3v3 team. 2 teams, each build our ship and then put them up against each other to see who wins. All while dealing with the NPC factions. If we can get more than 6 people interested in running. No pressuring now. No pressuring. You know, if we get people for it, it's going to be by their choice, not because we're pushing them. Alright, looks like I need to make more steel again. Ooh, world shook. When I find out how much it will cost to get a server up and running, and what kind of modding I can do, I will brainstorm with 1 or 2 people to set up a mod list for it. For now, just assume the only guaranteed mods are the modular encounters, the faction mod, as well as build info and build view 3 version 3. Just assume that those are the only guaranteed mods for now. Any other mods added to the list, we will work out when we have a server for it. I don't want to promise too much yet, on the mod side. But two assemblers is not enough to actively manufacture ammo during combat to maintain your stores, as well as repairs and stuff like that. Besides, nothing saying we can't have it actively replenishing missiles as we use them. Yeah, so I mean, it's not whether the mods are free or not. It's how much is the server going to cost to keep online? Not just only be online when I bring it online, but stay online. I know there are free servers that'll be that you can like spin up and they'll stay online as long as somebody's online, but if we're talking about one that stays online and you just get on without having to ask the host if they can boot it up, it becomes a different story. I think the Air Leak Hunt mod will also be a required mod, just so we can guarantee that the ships are airtight. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is why I'm saying more than one. Yeah. That's why I'm saying more than one more than just 2 assemblers is pretty much required. I'd say minimum 6 to 8, because you're going to want a dedicated assembler for at least your 2 main ammunitions. And so we're talking, if you're running assault cannons, railguns, and Gatlings, you're going to want all 3 of those ammos automatically replenishing, plus any modded ammunition you need. I will say this. There's one thing I am going to have a hard no on. There's one mod style that I am going to put a hard no on here. And that is any of those nanobot style repair mods. Because that won't accurately reflect battle damage if you've got, because somebody will figure out a way to automatically repair as we're fighting. Yeah, no nanobot repair, no auto repair mods, none of that. And one of the stipulations for a ship this big is you're gonna have to build a berth big enough to hold it. In addition to a ship, you're going to have a berth big enough to hold it. You can't just stick a big ass connector stick off the side of your base and have it docked to it. It needs to have a proper berth that it settles in. Because, yeah, the only auto repair is with welders. There will be no auto repair or enhanced repair mods. Oh, there's one more guaranteed to be on their mod. One more guaranteed to be on their mod. Paint gun. Paint gun is going to be a guaranteed on their mod. We're talking about ships that are way too damn big. You know? We gotta have paint gun on there to make painting them easier. You know, that's a purely cosmetic aesthetic, an aesthetic and ease of aesthetics mod. If that's not on there, you're just being mean to yourself. That's going to be on there for sure. My primary focus on mods is quality of life stuff first. Yeah, the normal way of painting is so bad. Paint gun makes it so much easier. I haven't been using paint gun on here because I don't really have a reason. I just haven't been using paint gun because I keep forgetting to make one. And haven't built anything really truly massive and requiring paint gun to paint yet. But we'll work out a list of mods that are going to be that'll be on the server once I find out how much running the server will cost. Right, well, we did complete the room at least. So. I have been up all night. I am actually kind of tired. Oh yeah, I'm going to do it on the forum. The forum will be where we do the mod talk. It's not going to be I'm deciding it all myself and not telling anyone to the last minute. Once I find out how available modding the server is and how much it'll cost to keep it running, then we'll look into the mod list. But I want to confirm the server price and for how long it runs. If it's a per month, per week, per day. If it's per day, they can F right off. I will host and will only play when I'm on stream, if that's the case. I don't want to do it that way. I want everybody to be able to work together without all of us having to fit into one time zone. And then we'll find out, Yeah. Well, I mean, but are the dedicated servers moddable? Is the question. Let's save and head out to the main menu. All right, that makes things a lot easier. I was wondering if I was going to have to go to a third party for a server or something like that. Oh, right, port forward. See, I'm. Yeah. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna see what I can find for servers. That aren't me hosting the game. Mostly because there are 3 of us on this network, so I'm a little unhappy leaving parts of it open to people. Yeah, so it's research time for me. I will be looking into into that. I like how it gives me an option to go left and right, but it's just this one. Yeah, so I think we will call it a day here, but don't leave just yet. Don't leave just yet. We are gonna find somebody to raid. Well, let's go find somebody to raid. All right. Yeah, I'll see what I gotta do and look into it. Spaß Engineers, where is it? There it is. Ooh. All right, nice. Not something I'm used to. That is definitely not something I'm used to. I am not used to being the top person in the category. We jumped into Cruz Coda last time. Well, there's not. Let's drop into somebody playing alone. With only one viewer. I'm picking one of these at random that's in English. This guy's European. Atrocious. Let me looks like they're pretty early on a world, because it looks like they're on planet. Well, first off, we are going to ban you. Before anything else. Alright, and then we're going to start a raid. Alright. You got this user is called Atrocious. I have not heard them. They don't have a webcam. It looks like they are fairly early into whatever world they're on. So, alright, everybody raiding that's gonna raid. I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.